Okay, this will help.
Yeah, but I graduated 10 years ago. It's crazy to think about. I'm fucking... You son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm fucking 27. That's crazy.
That's crazy. What
were you guys doing?
10 years ago?
26. Because, I was graduating. I remember... So I used to hang out with this guy named Jericho. Insane name, right?
Yeah, like the
walls of Jericho.
Well, the walls of Jericho came down around this
Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho. Son of a bitch. Stop. So, 10 years ago, I was in high school. I want to say I was just hanging out in my room when I get a call from an old friend. And they go, dude, Jericho scored 6 or 7 grams. At the time, I was big into smoking weed and oil. And so I, of course, whipped out of there in my 93, I want to say it was 93 Camry, and fucking drove on down to his shack. Not in the middle of the woods, but in the middle of a smaller town around the area, up in the hills. And before I got, I picked up a couple things at the store. I picked up an energy drink, an orange juice, and I picked up a Dayquil. This is going to come in later.
It's a special tool for later.
Alright, so back to...
Okay, so let's go back about Jericho.
So, I get to their house, and I bring my stuff in, and I also brought my PlayStation 2. Because we're going to hang out, and we're going to play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Banger
or Need
game.
for Speed Underground 2, or one of those two.
Those are both good ones, actually.
Both good ones. We were playing it. And so I thought they picked up several grams of flour. They had instead bought about 12 or 13 grams of oil. So I put in my cash for the splitting or whatever, and we start smoking. And I never liked coughing too hard from dabs. I took them. I wasn't as strong at taking them, and I felt embarrassed when I couldn't finish my milk, or I coughed too much.
Well, that's a good term. That's a good. Finish your milk.
Drink your milk, man.
Finish your milk.
At the time, I had a nickname, developing if I already had, called Will. Because we would be partying or whatever, and you know the thing of, yo, will you do this? Yo, will you shotgun a beer?
Yes, I will.
Dude, will you jump out the window? And the answer is, I never said no. I think eventually I might have, but at the time I had never said no, so everyone just called me Will. And
Will Stancil.
I had an idea. So I pull out the Dayquil, and they're like, what are you doing? Because everyone else would chase with a water or something. I took a dab, did the Dayquil, and I barely coughed. And it mixed together great. Because Dayquil has not quite Robitussin in it. It's not as good as the old stuff, but still kind of fucks up how you get from it. So I started moving around in slideshows.
Oh my god. That's scary.
And I'm playing Need for Speed in slideshows, and I'm not winning, dude.
I gotta start.
And so I think, alright, one more hit will not hurt. I take a hit. I forgot, I brought Oreos. This comes up. So I bought Oreos, and I take that next hit, and I'm looking at the Oreos, and because I'm seeing a slideshow, I'm just watching them disappear like an edited video cut.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I look back, I've done, I want to say I drank about a fourth of the Dayquil by then. Because I didn't remember that the orange juice was in the other room, or in my bag. So I was drinking it like the OJ.
Oh my god, Brandy.
And so I passed out on their couch and woke up to Jericho screaming, "Fuck yeah, bitch!" Because he finally beat our friend who was crushing us. Because he's a car dude. But I remember waking up and them going, "Oh, you probably shouldn't have done that, dude. You got really fucked up." I was like, "You're right. I'll never do that again." So then 2 weeks later at my place, and he's got a dab pen. And I'm like, we can't dab inside here, so we're going to go for a walk. So we go for a walk, and I bring that NyQuil bottle. And we're walking around the downtown area.
That's so dangerous, Brandy.
And I forget how the night ends. I remember we're walking home, and I'm drinking it and hitting the pen. And then I woke up the next day with a headache. What were you guys doing then?
So
Okay.
do you want to go
No,
first?
no,
or
no,
shall
no,
I?
no. You know.
Okay, so this
You
isn't
for age.
this isn't quite 10 years ago. It's a little before that. This is, I want to say, sophomore, freshman year of high school for me.
Someone like 12, 14?
Yeah, something like that. There's a kid who goes to my high school, and I went to a really small high school. I'm gonna call him.
Like in number, or we're like you just crawling through the doors?
Well, a little bit of both, actually. Like, my high school was one long hallway, and we had maybe 200 students.
I forget. It's like a long hallway over the road, right?
Yep.
Oh, insane. Didn't know they had that level of like construction in a village.
But we'll call this guy Jay Sizzle.
J Sizzle 96.
Jay Sizzle 96.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on screen now. I don't mind bullying.
Yo, Jay Sizzle.
He blocked you on YouTube, didn't he?
He did at some point. I don't know if I'm still blocked.
You can get blocked on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually.
Well, he's probably not gonna unblock you.
Okay, but Jay Sizzle, he decided to write a real person fan fiction starring himself and one of the girls that he went to school with. One of the girls that I went to school with.
He wrote on his PS Vita, right?
No. This one he wrote on like his phone or something.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the sequel.
I'll get there.
The
I'll
sequel.
get there. So this real person fan fiction is about him taking that lady on a prom night date. And it goes oh so wonderfully. In fact, it ends with them doing the down and dirty. And the line that I will remember forever, seared into my brain, was, I stuck my 5-inch cock into her 2-inch pussy.
I remember his erection.
No, it's 5-inch cock.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why anyone had read this fanfiction is Jay Sizzle just decided to send it to people. Just real other students. BL, he just got sent it, and then he was like, okay, I have to show this to people. And that immediate look, if you're going to show that to someone your freshman year of high school, in a school where your class is 40 people and it includes that girl, I'm sorry. You've ruined high school for yourself, and it's your fault.
Yeah.
And Jay Sizzle, he would very often try to become friends with people, but no one would interact with him in a positive way. Like, I remember once...
There was that one guy, though, that would sell him weed.
Yeah. I just remember once, I can't remember exactly who, but they just walked by me and they... Oh, L. He has a bottle that he's shaking vigorously, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm filling this up with water and cinnamon and hot sauce. I'm going to sell it to Jay Sizzle and tell him that it's Fireball. You make $40.
And then it was oregano, right? Or
He got sold just headache pills at some point. Getting told they were like opioids or Xanax or something. I think somebody sold him oregano, but that wasn't me. So
I misremembered it as a you and Alex thing.
I'd never sold him any fake drugs. Alex might have. I genuinely don't remember.
I think Alex...
It's so cool that his mom ran out on him.
And stole a bunch of their money.
Yeah, awesome. Heroic.
Okay, I got 2 more stories about him. At some point, Jay Sizzle walked up to me and decided that he would try to be my friend. And I was like, I'm not going to entertain this. But the way he let it off was, do you want to read my fan fiction on my PS Vita? And this one wasn't real person fan fiction. It was still terrible. I couldn't tell you a line from it, but like...
What was it?
I think it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think.
Like,
But
what child that age knows what Buffy the Vampire Slayer is?
I don't know. He was a weird kid. Look, again, couldn't tell you a line from it. I was just like astounded that it exists, and I realized in that moment that I had no way to document it. Because I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like a phone with a good camera at the time that would capture like a screen like that. And I'm gonna send a screenshot from his PS Vita?
Well, you know what you could have done? You'd have asked me, hey, this is good. Can you send this to me?
I did. He didn't.
I see.
Now,
He learned his lesson?
the other last... Yeah, I guess.
Well,
the
no,
other...
he didn't, because this happens again.
So, the other last story I have for Jay Sizzle. Well, it doesn't happen again. I find his YouTube channel at some point.
Yeah.
But that wasn't on purpose. He left it open. And I think Kay found it and went, check this out.
Kay, who is a psycho villain.
Yeah. Either way, moving all past this. Bryson enters high school. And Bryson's like a freshman. Jay Sizzle's like a senior. And Jay Sizzle locks onto him like a shark locking onto blood. And I just see Jay Sizzle try to hang out with Bryson his first day of high school. And I walk up to Bryson and I go, Bryson, I'm not hanging out with him. And I give him the whole breakdown. And by the end, Bryson's like, oh. Yeah. Now, admittedly, Jay Sizzle, he did join the group that was like the anti-art, like my high school friend group.
The nega group.
Yeah, because that was the group that had the guy that kind of sort of looked like me. The
It
guy,
had the rapist, didn't it?
yeah, it had the guy who had the same name as Alex.
Yeah.
And Jay Sizzle was like a perfect reflection of our friend. Well, I mean, his name's Jason, but it's a different Jason than of the podcast. Because Jason's a really tall, buff guy, and Jay Sizzle is one of the shortest, scrawniest people you've ever seen, with huge, bottle-thick glasses and a lazy eye.
He had a lazy eye?
He did have a lazy eye.
Oh.
No, that might have been his brother, actually.
Well, his brother got lazy eye because of a baseball accident.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Jay Sizzle. That's me. Just talking about him, just as a background character, honestly.
Milhouse, you were in college, right?
Yeah, I was a freshman in college. So in the year 2015, 11 years ago,
1 million years BC.
Yep, 1,000 years ago in the future on Christmas, on screen now. So I was going to college, and I met a guy from Hubei province, China. And we started talking. He's like, hey, dude, do you like Soul Calibur? I'll get you Soul Calibur 6 for your PC. I'll send you the Steam code. When they used to let people send Steam codes.
You can actually still do that.
What? Really?
Yeah, well, it's not as easy. Like, you don't send a Steam code via Steam. You can buy Steam codes from affiliate websites and then literally copy-paste them at people.
Oh.
That's how I pass around extra Humble Bundle codes. And yeah, I know that I'll get my Humble Bundle account banned. Fuck you, Humble Bundle. You suck now.
What happened to Humble Bundle make it so bad?
They got sold to IGN.
What's
Yeah.
IGN?
It's Gamer Hitler.
Yeah, it's Gamer Hitler.
I thought just regular gamers were.
No. Regular gamers are
Hey guys!
Anita Sarkeesians.
I gotta correct my little co-fable last time. Is it turns out the Nazis in Call of Duty World at War were not in fact badass.
I'll have to send that seal of approval.
Turns out the Japanese in Malay were not doing some cool shit.
Alright, Milhouse, continue your Chinese man story. Speak a little Chinese for us, Milhouse.
Yeah, so we're playing fucking Soul Calibur 6, and we start talking. He's like, I really, 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 really like Adolf Hitler. And I was like, oh, that's a really cool story. He's like, do you know the principle of having you have one party that runs the state? He's like, oh yeah, don't you guys have something like that in China? He's, no. In China, we don't have something like that. We have other parties besides the Communist Party of China.
The CCP, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, there's different. There are multiple parties in China. And I try asking him, well, where are they called? Oh, this is the Workers' Communist Party of China, and this is the Communist Chinese Party, but the main party is called the Chinese Party of Communists. And I'm asking him, okay, so what do the other parties do? Oh, well, you can run them in local elections, so that way it's not just one guy.
It's it makes it look better.
I think right now, so he has a Substack right now.
Milhouse told me that this guy had a Substack the other day, by the way, and I went, what the fuck? I only know one other person in my life who has a Substack, and it's my fucking dad.
Your father has a Substack?
My dad sends me his Substack articles all the fucking time.
Fucking Brenton's dad is part of the Dark Alignment. He's hanging out with Nick
They tried to
Land.
get me to do a Substack when I did the RSS feed. Because our first date, we had a bunch of downloads, so they thought I'd be a useful leech to leech off of.
No.
So they sent me a bunch of emails going, yo, gonna join our RSS feed? But in
Rev?
reality, we were getting 2 downloads an episode. I just uploaded every episode up until that point.
Brenton's dad joins the Dark Alignment. he's hanging out with Nick Land and Curtis Yarvin, saying, "There's a problem. What if we take the most obnoxious, low IQ approach to trying to solve it? Like, let's just say, for instance, a strait is closed and we need to get oil across the desert. I think we should drive the oil across the desert in trucks
to a boat near where the closure is, so boats can still ship over and blow them up."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my dad's plan, everyone. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. Please give him $1 million. Okay, so my buddy, we're playing fucking Soul Calibur 6 in college, and he's telling me about his ideal system. And then eventually he goes to, okay, in my ideal system, women would be encouraged to take special milk to... Sorry, it's like... he had a
milk-themed podcast.
Hormone milk to get below your breast, right?
Yes. And I thought at the time...
I had a friend in high school who she talked about it, and I remember thinking, I don't know if that's true or not.
It's not real. That cannot possibly be real.
I mean, you could take hormones in general, so why wouldn't you be able to put it in milk?
I don't know. I'm not a milk scientist.
Yeah, I'm not a milk...
Not a milkologist?
Yeah.
But Brenton, I see you milking guys every other week.
Yeah, well, I'm a milk enthusiast.
You're more of a milk enthusiast. You
All
love...
right, gun to your head.
Okay.
How many gallons of
Bang.
cum could you drink?
Bang. Hey, I am the
I
Roman...
guess I got all 3 gallons to myself. Yummy, yummy, yummy. In my tummy.
Okay, so we're hanging out, and he's talking about, mini skirts, breast milk... Sorry, breast expansion milk. And eventually
this guy's Mustang
Dude,
from...
I'm gonna have a great time doing the visuals for this.
This guy's...
by the way, right now,
Mustang from Full
things
Metal.
didn't turn out. So, after community college, he ended up going to Georgia State and accruing $100,000 in debt to get his PhD.
I mean, he could just leave America.
He did leave America. He's paying it off in Singapore.
But he's paying off his debt?
Yeah. He can't go back to China until he pays it off.
Everybody, in the comments, please type R.I.P. Milhouse's Chinese friend
What's his
who
name
lives in
again?
Singapore.
So, his Discord icon is Fargoth from Morrowind, so we just call him Fargoth.
You messed with the wrong Bosmer.
Yeah. No.
I think my friend Ariel would look much better in a miniskirt.
Jesus fuck.
This is too easy. Get that milk in there.
Why must you always pick on the Chinese ones?
Alright, who has the best, shit-talking voice lines in Morrowind?
It's the Nords.
Nords, yeah.
Oh,
You should have picked an easier opponent.
You should have picked an easier opponent. You like to dance close to the fire, don't you? And the woman's just fucking Wonder Woman.
What's the best enemy bark in any of the Bethesda or Bethesda Online games?
Seeing any elves?
That one's pretty good. I do you like the sight of your own blood, don't ya?
Or, what's it in Oblivion?
I thought
You are such a disappointment. Hopefully you're better.
I'm afraid your journey ends here, traveler. I'll be taking whatever you're carrying. After you're dead, of course. I do hope it's more than the last few had. They were most disappointing.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Why won't you die?
Okay, no. The best one has to be from Morrowind, Bosmer going, "Now you'll suffer."
I think my favorite one in Morrowind is Swit. Swit.
Stupid!
What's the one that they say for Khajiit? It's like, I'm gonna skin me a new pelt or something like that. That one's good.
Is that in Morrowind?
No, that one's in Skyrim.
It's Skyrim. My cat had a... My cousin had a cat. I skinned that one too.
Alright, we done with this?
Yeah, but what's the thing in Skyrim, though?
We done with this, boys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, bye.
Aw, this is too easy. This is going to be fun.